All right, y'all. So we are checking out the DDG hater, man, and I have a feeling this is going to be the funniest one yet. She said this is the biggest mistake Halle has made with DDG. And it's funny because when she was talking that nonsense, talking about how that song was a diss track and DDG is going to get reprimanded in court for it and all this other stuff, I was talking, I was literally explaining why that was nonsense to me. Why it sounded like she was coming from a place of hating men and things like that, and not dealing with her own issues. She was freaking projecting, and hey, I mean, obviously the opposite of everything she said is what actually happened. And yeah, like, I'm interested in hearing what she has to say about this, because of course this is going to get twisted, and I see a lot of people are already in agreement in the comments section. So this is going to be interesting. You got the bitter woman brigade, it looks like. So let's see. I haven't heard her out yet. I'm going to be unbiased and hear her out, but yeah, I can't imagine this goes anywhere positive based on what I've seen from her personality thus far.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So, it appears as though DDG and Halle, they have extended an olive branch to each.
Look at that. Look at her face. A couple's working stuff out. Like look at her. You see how pissed she is? Like people actually, taking steps as an adult for the betterment of the child. Like my mommy never did that for me. Like, bro, like you got to get past all the BS that's going through your head as you try to get these positive words out. It's insane. It should not be this much of a struggle to say something positive. That is wild. It's much easier to grab you one of these and just get right. Like study up, be prayed up, and heal yourself. It's much easier to do that. Like I don't understand this. But anyway, like let me hear you out. What you got to say?
Channel. So, it appears as though DDG and Halle, they have extended an olive branch to each other. And I like it, but I don't like it. Because
what you mean? What? I like it, but I don't like it is crazy. But okay.
Halle is the one who is always having to be the bigger person after taking the hits from DDG.
This is crazy. Like, this is wild. Like, it doesn't matter who's the bigger person. Like, it's both of their responsibility to be the bigger person when it comes down to what God expects from us all. So at the end of the day, they both need to be moving a certain way. So just like, even if DDG is the sole problem, he's the issue, that should never mean that DDG's actions should make Halle move out of alignment, because her salvation isn't linked to DDG's. She will be judged separately from DDG. So at the end of the day, she should be the woman of God that she was intended to be, not lower herself because DDG is, if he is what you claim him to be, that has no bearing on what she should be as a woman. And this is the problem. Like, people can't differentiate things. I don't care how low down somebody I affiliate with is, it's not going to impact who I am. And honestly, I wouldn't be affiliated with that person long if they were that bad. So this is this mindset of bitterness that makes people justify not being shit themselves is crazy. You have a responsibility to yourself and to God to be better.
And this guy's not going to change.
Doesn't matter if he changed. Nor, like, why is that your business? Him getting himself right with God has nothing to do with you. Doesn't matter. Like, she's making a big step on her own. And that's what's important here. So praise her for what she's doing. Don't try to down DDG and talk down, like, you don't know him. You genuinely don't know him. It's easy to read about and hear about someone's worst moments and come to some conclusion rather than actually, you don't know him. It's crazy.
I've done several videos displaying the behavior of DDG's, even his mom behavior towards Halle and his sister, and how DJ Academics was, doing Halle.
And if all of these people really did attack Halle and all of these people really did come at Halle and mistreat Halle, and she's still taking a step like this, guess who just made the ultimate step towards Christ? Like, guess who's really receiving the biggest blessing here. So this is an even more positive thing for Halle. If what you say, if your judgment against all of them is truly righteous, and DDG, his mom, his sister, and everybody is all horrible, and Halle is just the greatest thing, that puts her in a league of her own when it comes down to the blessings God is going to give her. So how is this a bad thing? I'm trying to understand.
And how this boy, this little boy,
look at her belittling this little boy. She's belittling.
All because Halle said she was gonna put up, she was gonna set boundaries, because while she was on vacation, he called her, cussed her out, accusing her of having a man around their child, right? Which Halle had to speak to him nicely and reassure him that no such thing took place. After their relationship ended, he went to her house and he was...
The problem here is that she's, right now in this moment, she's reliving Halle's trauma. She's reliving Halle's trauma, tying that into something that she has experienced or one of her close people have experienced. Like, this is not, like, you can see her, you can see it in real time. Like, this is why we're supposed to not judge. This is because it's very difficult. You have to be right in spirit and right with God in order to righteously judge anything. And if you are not, you should still be working on yourself and stand away from judgment altogether. It's just, this is not healthy. Just to take a situation that is honestly positive in all aspects and be reaching this hard to make it something negative. This is crazy.
Searching her bed, and because her bed was unmade, he accused her of having someone else, even though their relationship was over. When I said to you guys that it wasn't Halo that DDG was missing, it was Halle, I believe that you guys will not believe me. And I get what Halle is doing, and I get what she's trying to do, but with DDG, the line has already been drawn in the sand, in my opinion, and it's not going to change. He went above and beyond to ruin that girl.
No, everything that DDG did, she made it above and beyond hatred. It was never DDG, it was her. And a lot of it, because even the song, she made that song that he made a diss track to go above and beyond and discredit Halle and take shine away from Halle, and whole time behind the scenes they working stuff out. So she made that, she's sitting here making bullshit, stirring it up and presenting it online, sitting here defaming DDG's character, and whole time it's lies. It is lies. I pointed out multiple lies. She said, oh, DDG only gets views when he mentions Halle. And you go to DDG's video, the majority of his music gets way more views than the one where he mentioned Halle. And not to say that song with Halle won't do very, very well and become one of his biggest, because it is one of his best in my opinion. But the fact of the matter is, DDG gets views no matter what. So I've seen her make multiple lies up about this guy. Like, and then if I point out the fact that she's lying with the majority of the things that she's saying, then DDG got you wrapped around his finger. No, I'm just not going to follow a clown to damnation. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize, God. I shouldn't have called her that. But the fact of the matter is, just because I see someone putting projecting their feelings off on someone else doesn't mean I'm inclined to jump on the bandwagon and do the same thing. I am my own man. I am meant to lead. I know my role. I know my place. I know exactly why I'm here, what I'm meant to do. So at a point where I see someone who's lost, who's needs a lot of spiritual work done, I'm not finna just sit here and taint my spirit by aligning with that. And it's a lot of people who can't identify people like this. And that's because you're not You're not doing the things that you're supposed to. This should be easily identified. It's perfectly fine. Like, I'm not mad at anybody criticizing DDG justly. I'm not mad at that. If you're going to criticize DDG because he's of the things that he's doing, that's perfectly fine. I'm like I said, honestly, how I feel about it when it comes down to the issue, and if I was going to place blame anywhere, it would be on DDG. It would be on the man, because it's a man's responsibility to lead. Under all circumstances, you should be the leader. And that means you have to move as a leader, not just flashing money and things like that. It can't be all about money. You have to be a man first. That means protecting Halle's spirit, making sure she's safe, being her covering, like in all aspects. It's you have the greatest responsibility here. So if you take that woman on as your woman and then you have a child with her, you have much greater responsibility. So if I was going to place blame, it would be on DDG. But when I hear somebody just saying complete nonsense, and I have to sit here and combat it and say that's not true, that's a lie, that's cap, obviously it's going to look as though I'm appreciating all the things that DDG is doing, when in reality, no, I'm just pointing out somebody is lying. Somebody is lying completely, and people are eating the shit up. But yeah, man, let's see what else she got to say. She get a couple more minutes.
And Halle is being diplomatic. She wants peace. She wants her child to see a healthy relationship between his parents. But it's very concerning as to how this will be handled going forward, because
luckily that's not your concern, though. It's their concern.
Last time Halle told us that DDG hasn't paid any child support, and Halo was almost 2 years old, dragging this girl on the internet, saying you don't care who she wants to F, while trailing her, and then trailing
her. Ain't she like? And this is the problem. This is the thing. She's saying all this stuff from DDG. Like, DDG's side is just gonna point out how she popping up at movie theaters, putting Apple tags in his car, all type. Like, it's all types of stuff that DDG's side is gonna say. And then didn't he have evidence of her abusing him or something like? And then both sides is going to argue about which side is true, which side is false, as if you know. This is why I don't take sides. It's like, I don't know whose evidence is real, whose evidence is fake, where the story is actually, 100% factual. I don't know who would lie to a court. I don't know this. I don't know these people. And this is why I'm not finna sit here and overdo it and do too much. Like, I'm not doing too much when it comes down to this. At the end of the day, I've always taken the stance that the child comes first, and that should have always been the focus, because I'm not gonna sit here and try to differentiate from who could be two lying-ass adults. Like, listen, I take it at face value, and like I have an opinion on one side, and then when I hear it from the other perspective, I have an opinion on the other side. That's it. And honestly, I haven't really heard Halle say anything that's too crazy at all. Like, Halle hasn't said anything that's turned me against her, but I've also heard people on DDG's side say the reason that she's settling and making up with DDG now, or trying to figure this out with DDG now, is because she tried to paint him as this bad guy. It fell through in court, and now she because of his song, it makes it safe for her to save face and give in now. And so both sides is going to be making up, like, both sides is going to have their opinions, and these opinions are going to forever be clashing. Why can't we just be happy for the W that Halo just received? Like that should be the focus. Should it not? Should it not?
Her to be psychologically unwell. Do you know that it takes immense strength and intelligence, deep emotional intelligence, to call it true sensei, let's drop this court order and move on? But for some reason, if you've listened to Halle's album, you would get the sense that she's just not this person of war and conflict. She wants peace, love, and unity. And she's going to have to learn that co-parenting from a distance is one of the most peaceful things that you could do. And it's also very healthy. But let's get through this report because they're saying both DDG and Halle, they
Yo, she seems so upset right now. She seems sad right now. She seems so sad. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I don't get it, bro. Like it seems like her spirit is tore down even more that Halle is making a move towards, making a big grown woman move. Like it's crazy, and it's just like, and that's the thing. Like I sometimes have to talk to my girl about forgiveness because she wants everybody to suffer or to get what they deserve and things like that. And it's like, come on, like forgiveness, like we are supposed to forgive. We're definitely supposed to forgive. We shouldn't be sitting here judging things and wanting bad to fall upon people and wanting them to learn harsh lessons. We should actually do everything in our power to love and educate and help, but not be stupid while doing it. That's what we were instructed to forgive and be forgiving. But some people just find it very, very difficult to follow the laws. And I don't know, man. But yeah, like she's kind of sad right now. It's actually hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie, like, cause it's like I see her as a lost woman, and she I feel like she's reacting to stuff like this and talking about stuff like this partially for profit, but because there's things in her own life that she doesn't want to face. But it's things that you can't keep running from. You have to face it. You have, like, honestly, when I have an issue, I run head first into it because I don't got time to sit here and be, BSing around this issue and look up, it's 3, 4, 5 years later and I'm even worse than where I started. I'm like, no. I see this flaw right now. I'm on it ASAP. I don't got time to let it simmer. So this is why when people in the comment section say crazy stuff who don't know me, so I mean, sometimes I'll respond and send them to Christ, and other times it's just like I'm just gonna ignore it because like you don't know me, so we're not gonna get into a conversation that like you don't know anything about me. I'm not here to please anyone. Do it sound like I'm here to please somebody? I'm not here talking, just saying the stuff that people want to hear. I'm actually saying stuff that should turn a lot of people off. Like truth turns a lot of people off. So I don't understand it. Like I'm not some, oh, watch me, I need you type of man, bro. I have multiple different businesses, multiple different I have a lot going on. Like I'm fine. So I'm not like, I'm glad to be in a position where God has blessed me to be in a position where I'm not gonna be on YouTube kissing no ass. Ever. Ever. I'm not gonna be on this earth kissing no ass. Ever. I bow to the King, the Messiah. That's it. That is all.
have agreed to drop their domestic violence order request against one another. Also, they're saying in a new stipulation filed by the parties and signed off by the judge, the exes worked out temporary custody issues for their 1-year-old. So they have some kind of custody agreements going on there. And while agreeing to dismiss their respective domestic violence restraining order request, they each reserve the right to resurrect the domestic violence claims in the event of.
All right, so we've heard the story. She's reading over it. We already heard her opinion on it. That's pretty much it, y'all. Yeah, I just wanted to see what she had to say. I knew it was gonna go this way. I knew where we was headed with this, but honestly, on a serious note, I do want her to get better in spirit, for real. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not happy to see anyone struggling and anyone, going through anything. But as long as you're running from these issues, you're never going to actually be able to grow and heal your spirit and heal the things that need to be healed. You have to be open to receiving healing in order for it to come. So some things that you do is just going to distract you and it's going to take you farther away from where you need to be instead of bringing you closer. But yeah, anyway, there we have it, y'all. As always, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out, fam.